Is this your king? Huh? Is this your king? Nah, I'm your king.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Jay, back in again for another video on Real Sports Talk. And today we are reacting to the champions, Los Angeles Lakers, versus the team they eliminated in the Western Conference Finals, the Denver Nuggets. Without further ado, let's get into it. You know what I'm saying?
And here comes Jokic, who has been a blur. Murray,
Jermichael Green starting off with a nice three. When I was watching it, I was so like, bro, when did they get Jermichael Green? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did this occur? You know what I mean? Nice shot by AD. You know what I'm saying? AD needs to start playing better, bro. This is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got to start playing better. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Marcus Gasol. That's all playing better. The Lakers need to add them a big man. They need to get them a big man that can protect the rim. It's cool to have Marcus Gasol and it's cool to have Trez, but you need a true center that you can get for cheap, like you did with the Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody like a Dwayne Dedmon, who's a free agent right now, who can just come in, play their role, be scrappy, protect the rim, play defense. That's all you need. I think if you add that to this team, it's gonna make them, to my opinion, a complete team ready for the championship. You know what I mean? But a big part of them getting the championship is LeBron AD stepping up and being better, more consistent. You know, obviously he's most likely fatigued from coming off the off season. He's not everybody can be built like LeBron and come off the off season and just play great. You know, we seen KCP struggle. We seen AD struggle. We've seen some of the guys that was with this championship roster coming and struggle. You know, one of those guys are not LeBron, but that just goes to show you how great of a player LeBron is. You know, that his body is such a good shape that he can come in and play every single game. That, you know, I don't think LeBron's missed the game all season. You know, that just tells you, lets you know how great of a player he is and how great in shape he is. I think that has to be something that you have to include in his legacy. When you talk about the greatest of all time, like, you just can't skip past the fact that this man is able to do the things he's doing when he has played from the start of the season in October all the way to the end of the season in June. 10 of the last 11 years in the NBA, and is still able, after a 71-day offseason, to come straight back off winning the championship and to be playing at an MVP level. Come on now.
Rotating out to Horton Tucker with the hesitation. LeBron for a 6. Nice ball rotation.
Nice shot by Kuz.
And it's off to Porter. And back to Barton. Nice pump fake to get the defense to bite.
In terms of scoring the basketball, almost 11 points a game. And this is like found money.
Nice look. Okay, we like to see THT. THT been a nice little young player for the Lakers so far, man.
And now he's going to go down low with Barton looking to feed.
Gotta keep doing what he's doing though, and keep growing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like THT can be a star in this league, most definitely, bro. If he just keep growing his game up, because the way he can score the basketball, his finesse, his defense, his hustle, he got everything, bro. He got everything. He can go. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a good way. Like, he can go. Like, he can really start for this team, in my opinion, this year. And I believe he will be a starter in the near future. You know what I'm saying? I think THT will be an all-star one day. And you can book it. You can say that it was said here first. You know what I'm saying? If it hasn't already been said, I think he will be an all-star in the league one day. You just look at him. And look at a guy that's only 22 years old playing on a championship team, being around champions, him being a champion himself. You can only get better off that. You know, I remember watching him in the playoffs last year, and I was just telling my brother who, when we was watching the game, I'm like, this guy can be our version of what Kawhi was for the Spurs. And what I mean is a young guy that you bring in, put him around these champions, put him around this, great organization full of champions, let him develop his game, you know what I'm saying, and then a year or two or three, he can be a big contributor to your team. Now, obviously, Taylor is not going to be as big of a contributor as Kawhi was. I mean, he was the dang finals MVP, but I'm just talking about from the prospect of, can Taylor be a guy that in the playoff game, playoff series, he can average 14, 5-5, or 14, 5-4 with good defense? Yes, I believe that, and I feel like that's what he can do. And I think he's one of those guys that, like Kawhi, can, once those older guys leave, like LeBron James, he can develop and step up in a role where he can be the next, him and AD can be possibly the future of this team with another third star. So I'm really excited to see his future, bro. Definitely. LeBron with a nice layup. Close game so far, you know what I mean? It was close, like, definitely in the earlier part of the game. My boy KCP with the 3. He struggled early, but he got that thing going. We like to see from KC. driving to the rim. Monte Morris, that was a tough shot. I don't know how he got that off. Monte Morris is slick underrated. Like, he a really good bench player. He's like a Lou Williams type of guy, you know, where he can just come off the bench and get buckets, bro. Just, you know, whenever. Trez with a nice hustle play. Love to see it. I mean, nice energy play. You know, Trez just plays with a lot of energy and fight, bro. You just love to see it, man. Nice fade by LeBron. Look at him staring down Mike Malone, who also said he didn't have a killer mentality, so you can go ahead and take it to the bank. Nice dunk by the Lakers. You see how the Lakers came back. You know what I'm saying? They were down, but they bounced back. You see how it goes. That's what champions do. When you're one of the best teams in the league, sometimes you got to let these other great teams know, hey, we know you here. We know what you're trying to take from us. And we're going to just let this statement be known that, hey, it's going to be hard to take it from us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see more of the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? We saw them beat Boston. We saw them beat, you know, obviously, you know, tonight beat the Nuggets. But we want to see them, you know what I'm saying? We want to keep it going, man.
19 for LeBron.
LeBron with a nice 3. Easy. Want to keep it going, man.
Good-looking offensive rebound by Kuzma. Back out
LeBron, we better do. Nice pass under the Trez. Easy dunk. Lakers starting to separate the lead. Jamal Murray still fighting, man. Jamal Murray had a heck of a year last year, man.
Shot clock at 7.
You know,
Jokic.
Come on now, I ain't seen a lot of Jokic this game. A lot of y'all been saying MVP. We gonna leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all was saying MVP. I've been seeing a lot of Jokic MVP, Joel Embiid MVP. What about the year 18 dude that only had 71 days off? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Jokic had, you know, at least a couple weeks, you know, ahead of LeBron. Joel Embiid also had multiple months ahead of LeBron because he got swept in the first round. 4-0. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to take into consideration that this man in year 18. We're not going to take into consideration that he had the shortest offseason out of all of these guys, and he's still playing at this level. And we're not going to take into consideration when he played these guys, he outperformed them. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let that be known. You know what I'm saying? This is the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened in the Giannis game when he gave it to Giannis. Then we saw him give it to Joel Embiid, even though they lost that game. LeBron like 30. Then you see him drop 27, 10, and 10 on Jokic, boy. Give that man his respect, my boy. One of the greatest of all time. Who you know is in year 18, 36 years of age, who have been in the finals 10 of the last 11 years, which means he was playing from October to June, August to June, and it's still in the MVP conversation. I've never seen a player like that in history. You can say Kobe played good when he was 36, rest in peace to Kobe. But for all the fans, you can say Kobe did play good at 36, but Kobe didn't go to as many finals as LeBron. He wasn't playing the amount of minutes and games that LeBron was playing. LeBron has been going to consecutive finals. Same thing with MJ. He was not going to consecutive finals in the year 14, 15 in his career. But that's the story for another day. LeBron's the GOAT. The Lakers are a great team. Proved it again tonight. They just, you know, they started off slow, but they came back, showed that championship mentality, effort. That's what we love to see. Lakers on top. That's all I got to say about it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Peace.